We're on the other side of the creek now, heading up to the next adit we're going to check out. To put things in perspective, the creek's down there, and the cabin's down there. We've been coming up this trail. The reason I stopped here is because this is probably one of the most potent widowmakers I've ever seen. You'll notice that there is a tree just hanging right there. There's nothing connecting underneath. And you'll see that it runs all the way up there, where it's just barely caught in that oak right there, in the crotch of that oak right there. And that is rotten. The tree in front of us here is rotten, and then that section up there is rotten. So that is just waiting for a strong wind or something to come down. Pretty wild. Alright, I'll go catch up to the guys. We just came up from down there and arrived at the next adit. There's an interesting stone foundation up there. Not really sure what the purpose was. And the adit, which is extremely different than the adit across the creek we went into, is right here. And you see it drops down there and levels out. Definitely an old one, that's for sure. And again, much different than when we just checked out. Alright, we just dropped in from there, slid down here. That's why it's kind of dusty in here now. And the adit runs off this way. You can see there's some rail on the ground here. And then there's actually the remains of some gobbing right there. So it may well have extended around the side there. But still works coming in that way, and that's what matters. So we'll head on in and see what we've got.
Yeah, I think at one time this possibly contained a lot of water. You know, that's why the stalls right away. But some fractured shit right here. Usually where the ground is bad, you're gonna start either gold will be good.
Yeah, good point. So we're carrying in this way, and you can see this one's much more fractured than the adit we checked out on the other side of the creek. See some timbers on the ground here, and big slabs came down here, and then oh yeah, I see what you mean about the vein up there. Vein dropping down there, and then carries on that way. All kinds of quartz here, huh?
Money shot right here.
Alright, so it runs up here and actually went all the way to the surface at one time. The vein here is just enormous. You can see these huge slabs at my feet here as I make my way up. And let's see, it looks like it drops down there a ways. Does that keep going down there? Or?
Yes, quite, you know, at least 40 feet that I can see, if not even farther.
Okay, well,
I've never been down there.
Huh, check that out in a second. And then meanwhile up here, oh yeah, see what you mean, runs off.
Yeah, it slopes to the surface right here, and there's little pockets where they look like they worked up here. They went down, put wall.
Oh yeah.
Up here, undercut.
So yeah, so that ran to the surface. That's actually pretty close to where that stone foundation was.
Yeah, and the ground, there's sinkholes all over the place.
Yeah.
This is really trippy to be underneath the vein. Like
right, yeah, it's wild. That's a thick vein
so quick.
too. Yeah.
And see how it's really blocky? You know, these chunks want to peel off and it's broken.
Right.
Another example of brachiation. You know, just kind of fractures like this shit right here. Through pressure.
Yeah.
Look at the slabs of it are coming off the lenses
right,
of the
yeah.
quartz.
They're flaking off. Probably not the best place to hang out for too long.
And I've never been up there either. Because you know, if I don't think it goes any farther or
yeah,
the surface.
Yeah, it looks like it doesn't go anywhere.
But the old timers are nuts, and they probably went down here farther too.
Probably, yeah. It looks like where all that stuff's caved.
Down here, because it looks like this is back from a cave. I mean,
yeah.
It dropped down.
We're talking about that section right there. We're assuming they went down there at one point because it looks like they did, but it's filled in with rubble.
This is, look at the crystals there.
Yeah.
More gouge kind of shit right here. A layer of gouge kind of stuff.
Yeah. And then does it go back there and drop down, or just...
It kind of goes back in there, and it kind of stopped right there, like the vein pinched off, or it sheared and went down.
Right.
So here, I think they came down here, backed up to get underneath it. You know, using gravity as your aid.
Oh wow, that's vertical, isn't it?
It is. You know, I don't know if it's just a little exploratory hole, or but somebody said there was an ore car down there. You know, one of the old timer guys.
How'd they get down there?
Slithered down, I'm sure. Look at that slab right there. Who knows how well that's sitting there.
I mean, I'd try going down there, but I don't see how I'd get out because that's vertical.
It's pretty gnarly, huh?
Have you been down that?
Nope.
That? Okay, I'll try like wrapping my way down to that point, and see how it looks. But it looks like it goes vertical. So
Pretty trippy, huh?
It's wild.
And I gotta keep my dog away from the edge because, you know,
Yeah.
he doesn't do it intentionally, but knock a rock down on you or anything like that is not cool.
Okay, I just dropped down from up there through that sketchy section here, and I'm kind of precariously balanced on the edge here, and it goes vertical right here, and then drops down. You can see there's another level down there actually. You know, it goes flattens out there, and then looks like it takes off to the right and to the left. Fortunately, we don't have a rope with us, so I don't have any way to. Well, I could get down there, but it would hurt, and I wouldn't be able to get back out. So I'm afraid that's going to remain unexplored for now. So we've been sweating and struggling our way up the hill from down there, and it is steep, believe me. And we've gotten to the next adit, which is right there, believe it or not, behind those sticks. Get a closer look at it. Right back there, so we'll pick up inside. Okay, I just dropped in from the portal there, where you can see it's full of sticks and pine needles and such. And swinging around in front of us, first of all, you can see it's dry, which is nice. And it goes up here and bends. So let's go see what we've got. See the chipped quartz right here? And then you can see they chipped away the sides, each side here, probably following that quartz. Remains of a timber right there, and that's interesting, whatever that is. Oh wow. And if you look right up here, you see they cleared a pocket out up there. I'm not sure if we tie into that later. God, that's all quartz. Man, that's all quartz. Anyway, I don't know if we tie into that later or not, so I'll bypass that for now and head up there if it doesn't connect later. So going ahead, okay, looks like they stopped going straight, it looks like, or maybe they did, I'll check. But they ran up quite a ways here. More core, okay, yeah, I thought that might connect, but it looks like that section back there does not connect to this. Look at all this quartz they're chasing. Wow. Our rattling sound is the ice in my my water. Man, there's so much quartz back here. It's nuts. I'm down here too. I didn't even see this yet. It's completely surrounded by quartz. That's crazy. And then did they go back? Okay, yeah, they did go here. There's more quartz here, obviously. Looks like they ran back here a little ways and stopped, and then we take a really sharp left here and run up to that section. Alright, I was just shooting from down there, and I've climbed up into this upper level here, and it runs back there, and there's that big slab of quartz sticking out right there. Very phallic. I call it a phallic quartz. And man, it's just quartz, fractured quartz all over the place here. This is crazy. Looks like it may have run up there at one time too. Anyway, kind of cramped quarters in here. Bear with me. Yeah, it looks like it comes back here and stops. That's funny how that one is just sticking out right there. That phallic quartz. But that's quartz all along there too. And back down through here. And a little pocket here. So let's go back and check out that section we missed. Alright, that's the section we just came from. And I'm back where that stope is running up here. We'll go up there in a second. But it was pointed out to me that this, what I thought was just a little pocket on the way in, actually goes back for quite a way. It goes back there. That's probably at least 10, 15 feet back right there. I can't imagine them crawling back there, given how small that is. But obviously they did. So bravo to them. And I'll head up here and check it out. Alright, just made my way up from down there, up into the stope here. And see the remains of some timbers or stoles in front of me here. And then just a sea of quartz back here. You see all that right there. And then,
it's like it broke up and go every which way.
Yeah,
you know?
it really does. He was saying it breaks up and goes every way. And it really,
a thing called a swarm would be the structure I would think it would be called. It would be a swarm.
a swarm. If anybody didn't hear that, he was saying it was a swarm. Yeah, it's just all solid quartz right there. It runs back to there. And then behind me here, you can see, of course, more quartz. And it runs up to there as well. Again, all quartz. And then above me too, just you can see some crystals right there. It's just all quartz. Really wild. And he pointed out earlier that every one of these mines has been completely different from the other one. Even they're all next to each other. Each one is just completely different.
All pretty bad ground though, huh?
Yeah.
That one across the way wasn't bad.
Yeah, the first
yeah, shitty.
Yeah, the first one was great, but these others, a little bit of a sketch factor.